This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Well, the AFLW season gets underway tonight. It's Melbourne. Is it Melbourne, Collingwood or Brisbane?
Shaun.
I just looked at this, but you got me with the Corn Huskies straight away.
Why don't we ask the
But we are. We're
professional
checking
we've
out
got?
with Abbey Holmes, who's absolute champion. It's Melbourne, Collingwood tonight.
Hello, Abby.
Abby, good morning.
Oh, good morning. You butchered that intro, didn't
didn't
you?
he?
What a debacle.
I'm pretty sure that Hufflepuff was playing.
Not for the first time, Abby.
No, very excited. Opening night, of course, tonight. It is the D's and the Pies to kick us off. And I tell you what, I'm like a kid waking up on Christmas morning. It's been a very, very long off-season, 9 months between bounces, if you don't mind. So I think everybody is very eager to get stuck in tonight.
Well, not very long off season for you because you've been doing the men's comp anyway, and there's a week off, so they just go, "Yep, here we go, straight into the AFLW for you, Abby, and another season to come."
I know all of the boys from my Friday night team, BT, JB, Hodgie, Richo, they all get to put their feet up this weekend. But no, I can't think of any better way than spending my weekend than, opening season 8 of AFLW. And I'm so pumped for this season. I think each and every year, the product itself, the competition just gets bigger, better, faster, stronger. And as I said, it's been such a long off season, and then the athletes, what they've done throughout the pre-season to get themselves prepped, primed and ready to go. I can't wait to see what they deliver.
Abby, we've done this show for a fair while, and Shaun does sport, twice a day. And but the difference is we can concentrate on different things, whereas your whole world revolves around football. Do you ever get footballed out, or do you just get hungry for more and more?
Yeah, I never, ever get sick of footy. Really? I am a die-hard footy fan, first and foremost. So to think that it's my job, to travel this great country, watch footy and talk about it with some absolute legends of the game, it is a dream come true for me. And, I never get sick of it.
Wow.
Abby.
It is pretty crazy to think, though, because once I hit, March, the start of the men's season, I legitimately do not have a weekend off until December, until the grand final.
That's insane, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow.
And, of course, you were a player, so you've got the experience behind you to be able to talk about this with authority. But you played in the early days. Are you a little bit spewing now that, as the AFLW gains momentum, there's more people going to the games, there's more money on the ground. Is it like, I wish I was playing now?
Oh, absolutely. And, I wish AFLW was an option for me, 10, 15 years ago when my body was good. It's absolutely cooked now.
Isn't that sad? Back then when my body was good.
Spoken like a netballing background.
Yes.
So, I've had 4 ops on my right knee. I'm completely bone on bone. So after my second year at the Crows, I just, really needed to focus on other things. And fortunately, it was the commentary side of things for me. But you look at the opportunities that are now there for young women, young athletes from Auskick all the way through to the elite level. That pathway exists now. And, it makes me so excited for those individuals, the people, yes, but also the competition, because if you can get people in the pathways and keep them there until they get drafted into the elite level AFLW competition, they are genuine footballers. It's no longer cross-coders coming over from your netball.
They're learning their skills
basketball.
at 6 instead
They do. So many, when we've spoken about this a bit, Abby, so there's so many young girls down our local parks playing footy. It's unbelievable. It's become one of those sports where now you all have to play to be cool.
Remember, back in the day, it was like if one girl was playing footy, that was a weird thing. Now it's just girls, normal. It's just footy.
It's almost, you have to be part of the cool thing. Yeah. And Abby, my daughter, in fact, is playing in the grand final on Sunday, and she,
do you want to come ride the boundary?
Yeah. But I just find it so amazing. There's all these dads down there, obviously coaching, and the mums and that going absolutely wild. Not in my wildest dreams, I don't know how many years ago, would I thought I'd be watching this, and just so blessed to see so many people into it.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the exciting thing is, as I just said, the opportunity and the pathway that presents for young girls now. They never have to get told that, sorry, at 12, 13, you can't play footy anymore. And I'm not sure if you saw Front Bar last night, but Daisy Pearce was on there and they actually showed a photo of her when she was playing. I think she was 12 maybe, and she was the only girl in the entire team. And in this photo, you could just see her standing far right on the outer. So to see how far we've come now, where, as you said, there is young girls in every park around this great country having a kick with their mums and their dads and their brothers and their sisters. And now, those pathways that are in place, it is so exciting. And the competition is just, as I said, growing each and every year, and I can't wait to see what's in store for us across the season 8.
Now, Abby, you touched on it a little bit earlier on. Shaun was actually off work yesterday because he had to get an operation. He got some injection in his neck.
Okay.
Neck injection.
That's football.
injection, yeah.
And that was to do what, Shaun?
My vertebrae, they're prolapse. Is that the right word?
Prolapse disc. So, a
prolapse
disc injury.
Yeah,
causing
disc
nerve.
injuries, yeah. So that's come from being...
You mentioned bone on bone. Sounds a lot more fun than it is.
Yeah.
Is that your main injury at the moment? Because Shaun is injured all over.
Well, on the bone on bone, can I just say I know a couple of guys, including Justin Longmuir, coaches of Fremantle, that have had to have their legs snapped and realigned to take pressure off one side.
No!
And has that been an offering for you, Abby?
No, never have I been offered to snap my leg and put it back into position. But, my knees are shot. So, 4 ops on my right knee, and I'm completely bone on bone with, no cushion in there. And then I've got bad hammies, bad back. I've actually split an L5 in my back, and they're not fun at all. But
So you'll need a knee replacement at some point then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
But you're too young
and I've
for that
been,
now.
told that from my surgeon already. But that's more your long-term effects from netball, not necessarily anything that was from my footy days.
Okay.
So,
It's amazing because speaking to past footballers, it seems that you guys over several years have an itinerary of things you need to get done medically.
Yeah.
You don't find many that don't have any surgery on the horizon. It's like your body is really put through
I
it.
get really angry at those people because there are a couple out there, the unicorns. You're like, what? You go hard enough.
That's like those people that just have abs. Ugh.
Yeah.
You know, the people that just have them. It's like, shut up. What do you mean you just have them? And they go, I can eat whatever I want. It's like, oh, you sicken me. You've had abs, haven't you, Abby? Of course you have. It's in your name. Up yours, Abby.
Keyword being had.
All right, we can't wait for the AFLW season to get underway. Season number 8, Abby, we'll be able to watch you boundary side. It's going to be great. We can't wait.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you having a chat.
Yeah,
Bye,
good on you.
Abs.
All the action on Channel 7, of course.
Great singing, everybody, and that's what we're talking about right now. The Women's World Championship in hot air ballooning is taking place in Northam this weekend. It's supposed to be kick-off. Now, it's the first time it's happened outside of Europe, which is a big deal.
I love it. It's fast-paced, high-flying, Fast and the Furious kind of stuff.
We've got a lot of questions about how it actually works.
Like all the questions,
Yes.
we've got Alana Kahl, who's competing in it this weekend. Alana, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Alana, you're our first official balloonist that we've had on our show in 20
Wonderful.
years.
Yep.
In 20 years.
We go there. This is a show that goes there.
So, Alana, we have to ask the obvious question. How does competitive hot air ballooning work? Is it a race? Is it about accuracy? How does it? What is it?
It is about accuracy.
Okay.
So it's a navigational task. We obviously float with the wind, so we
Yes.
can only do what the wind tells us we can do.
Bloody wind.
And it's, I know, right? Especially when it doesn't go the way you want to go.
I know.
But someone will set a task and they'll put it, say, in the middle of a field. And you have to navigate your balloon with the winds that you have to that task. And the closest to get there is the wind. They win.
Okay. So because the wind is the master of this, sometimes is it impossible if the marker's over there, the wind's blowing here, and you can't get over there because of the wind?
Sometimes, but the directors that run these competitions are they're onto their stuff. So they know what they're doing and they know what to kind of expect of the areas. So they set tasks that are achievable.
Okay, so when you're going to the task, are you talking about a marked out bit of territory that you've kind of got to land
Like a big
closest
X or
to?
something? What is? Yeah.
It is a big cross.
Okay.
So it's about 10 by 10 metres and they just lay it out in the middle of a field.
Oh, this is
And
exciting.
so you have to land on it. The ideal is to land right smack bang in the middle of
close
it.
But what
You
happens
can.
if there's a lot at the one time going, and how does that work?
What, everyone getting to the same cross?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Or do you take turns?
So you don't land, you throw a little sandbag out of the basket. So
I love that.
we literally throw things at people.
Yes,
it's
that
great.
So great.
So it's essentially balloon pin the tail on the donkey, right?
That's a really good way of putting it, yes.
So wait, then why aren't more of us doing this? Like, because this seems fun.
And yeah.
Like,
I guess ballooning's expensive.
Ballooning is quite expensive. It's about the cost of a car. So, if you're happy to pay for a car in the sky, go forth. Come join us.
But say you don't want to buy a balloon, right?
Yep.
But like you say, you can go to Northam and you can go and have a ballooning experience.
Yes.
Go up there, have a drink of champagne, blah blah blah. Do you guys offer this competition? Is this competition on offer anywhere, like so people can just have a go?
No, so we don't have that type of
'Cause that would be
competition.
fun.
That's more the festivals. So
right.
a lot of Australia will run some festivals. So the most known one is probably Canberra. The Canberra Balloon Festival happens in March each year. And that's where you can pretty much come and have a look at the spectacle of balloons launching off a field all together and flying along the lake.
We've been looking at something we can dominate with.
Yes.
Like, so how much, honestly, how much will a balloon cost us if Nova was to buy a balloon, a competitive balloon?
Do you want to sponsor one of us? Because we can.
No, we want to
talk about this offline.
We want to be your competitor. And we want to smash you.
Love it. That is fantastic. We need more Aussie pilots coming through.
Okay, so how much
will balloon and a bad balloon? Like, is it about, or is it like Formula One where you're very restricted about the specs of the balloon?
You are restricted about how big the balloon goes, but if you just want a competition balloon, they'll set you back. An entirely new kit will be about 60 to 70 grand.
And that's with the basket?
That's with the basket, that's with the burner, it's with the balloon.
And how much is fuel?
Well, how much is fuel now? It's $1.20 something for gas.
Oh,
and
gas.
you burn about 1 litre per minute that you fly. So if you fly for 60 minutes, you got 60 litres of gas.
Yeah.
Do you fly with an extra bottle just in case?
Always.
Okay, I didn't
Always
know.
got fuel.
I didn't know because then that would add to weight.
That's right, yeah.
But then again, it's not a timing thing, it's an accuracy thing. God, the things we're learning. Alana, I love it. We're going to take you on. We're going to destroy you.
Alana, is there, apart from winning the World Championship and the title itself, which is amazing, is there a monetary value associated with it?
I actually don't know.
You don't know if there's prize money for this competition?
I think the person you need to talk to is Nicholas Gates because she's now won it twice.
Okay.
And she's a phenomenal Australian pilot.
Yeah. I have a question. So this is the Women's World Hot Air Ballooning Championship. Is it a very gender-specific sport? Like, is there strength required? Like, why don't men and women compete against one another?
So normally women are the supporting role for men. So men have always had the first dibs at, going and trying new things, especially putting a bag over your head and inflating it with hot air and a flame,
Sorry,
and then landing. So typically, men have always dominated the sport purely for that support reason. The females have been the ones chasing in the car and helping back up and back down and all that kind of stuff. So this just allows the women to step forward in their own format and have the men push back into more of the supporting role. So it's just about encouraging that change.
I love that. When you bought your balloon, sorry, I've got to ask you 1,000 questions. Did you have a specific pattern that was in mind? Is it like horse colours? Do you get given certain colours? What's the deal?
No, you get to pick your own balloon. I got a second-hand balloon. So Shaun, who is from Kavanagh Balloons, he was making his own balloon and he was making a new one and he thought it would be a good idea to get me into competition. And
Alana
so
says happy birthday on the side.
Birthday balloon.
Sorry, Alana, I interrupted you. Keep going.
No, that's okay.
But you can design. Can you design your balloon? Like what?
Yes, you can.
No way.
So if you're buying a new one from scratch, you can absolutely.
But you have to
design
register it. I'm imagining that's your now.
Yes, you do have to register it.
What is your dream design for your balloon? Do you know what it is?
I really like my current balloon. So I've got a green and gold balloon.
Yep.
So it's very Aussie for me.
Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah. So I think, I don't know, I never really thought of what colour balloon I would design.
And now you will have to speak to us.
Alana,
I will.
We know that it's happening in Northam, so you've been up there checking out the conditions. Is there great weather, or is there what constitutes bad weather for ballooning?
Well, bad weather is anything that involves rain and very high winds.
Okay, so that's all happening this weekend.
Yeah,
And wait there, what about the fog? Because there's been fog this morning. Because if you're looking for an X, that could make it a little bit dodgy.
It does. And because ballooning is reliant on looking out of your windows to see where you are, we don't fly in fog.
Right. Don't fly in fog.
Okay, so
rules for life.
what constitutes high wind? Anything over what?
Anything over 20 k's an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might it's supposed to be kicking off tomorrow,
Sunday,
but there is a bit of wind around, both and
so
some rain.
We can fly in some wind. So northern is fantastic because it creates what's called an inversion layer.
Right.
And all that means is on the ground it's actually quite calm, so we can safely and launch the balloon and land it. But, going up high, so about 2,000 feet, it gets a little bit quick.
Wow.
This
So
is so
interesting,
intriguing.
Alana.
Oh,
Thank
my
you
God, Alana.
for
Very,
opening
very
our
good.
eyes to the world of competitive ballooning.
Now we're obsessed and we're going to compete against you. You're
hope-
going down, Alana Kahl. You're
We
going
hope
down.
you get close to the X, Alana. Good luck.
Thank you.
There you go, Alana.
This is it.
So good.
This will be the end of her. We get our balloon and we get up there.
Luckily for Alana, we have no follow through.
Shaun Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.